situation with getting him to stand Kayla up was justified. And that my bribing Scotty was justified, too.
Have you been able to convince yourself yet?
No. It was wrong. And I know that. And that's what upsets me so much. You remember yesterday I told you that the old Renee was coming back. Well, that really scares me.
Renee, do you want to change?
Yes, I do. Oh, you know, I really wish that I could just let people like me and love me just for me. Not because I try to force them or threaten them or manipulate them, because that's what I've always done.
Is that true? Or is that the way you're feeling right now?
No, that's true. I can remember when I was little and Emily used to come home. When it was time for her to go, I would do everything I could to make her stay. Sometimes I would pretend that I was sick. One time, I even remember running outside and letting all the air out of her tires on her car just so she wouldn't leave, so she'd have to stay. So I wouldn't lose her.
What are you doing now?
I'm doing the same thing to David. You know, last summer when he was on the run and I was helping him hide out, I was totally selfish. I just wanted to do a story about a man on the run from the police. But I fell in love with him, so I decided not to do the story. And I also realized that by keeping him hidden, it would be to my benefit, because I could use that time to make him love me. Isn't that terrible?
Tell me.
It is. It is terrible. I mean, I could have gotten that information to his mother, or I could have convinced him to turn himself in. Instead, I was just using him for my benefit.
Renee, he cared about you.
No person has ever really cared for me. Just for me. Except Tony.
I mean, are you going to take some kind of action? Or are these sessions an exercise for you? A way of telling me what you're doing so you don't have to face it yourself.
I don't know.
Have you talked to David since we spoke last?
No.
Then what are you doing here? We've been over this before.
I'm still very confused about things.
Are you confused? Or do you know what to do?
Are you saying I should face David with what I'm doing?
What do you think about that?
Well, I already have. Sort of.
Sort of enough?
But how can I tell him that I have just been using him?
Is that all you've been doing?
No. Dr. Evans, I really do think I love him. And I have been using him.
Do you know why?
Because I don't want to lose him.
How about if you told David that?
No, I can't. I'm sorry, I just can't promise you that.
Now, you can't or you won't?
I think I'd better go.
Renee, you didn't answer my question.
I'm sorry, but I'm really
minute?
Yes. Patient just left early. Come on in. What's going on with you?
So I came to find out about you. You look tired.
Well, I've had a rough couple of weeks. I guess I haven't been sleeping too well.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you, what's going on with Anna?
Everything's fine.
Which is why you're not sleeping too well.
Anna has offered to file for divorce.
Well, that should be great news for you. How come you're not more enthusiastic?
Well, I'm feeling a little guilty about it.
Guilty about what?
Well, Dawn, she's been through an awful lot, and now she has to go through this. I met her.
That must have been rough.
Yes, that was really rough. It was rough on both of us. She's real pretty. And she's very delicate, and I got to thinking about my feelings about her, and I was pretty ashamed of myself.
What kind of feelings?
You sound like a shrink.
I was married to one for a long time. I picked up a few pointers. Talk to me.
I resented her. All the plans that Rome and I were making to get married. Now we can't even talk about them.
I know Roman still wants to marry you.
Oh, I know, and we will get married. Someday. It just seems wrong to talk about the wedding until Anna's all well. She's been through an awful lot, Don.
I know. If there's anything I can do.
You're a great guy.
That's true.
How are you?
Me, I'm fine.
You happy?
Basically, yeah.
I'm not. All I want is to get out of this hospital room.
We want that for you, Neil. You're making wonderful progress.
He is. But he thinks he's ready to go out there and beat the world, and I think he's got a way to go before he's going to be that strong.
Beat the world, huh? I agree with Marie.
Thank you.
Marlena, have you seen Liz?
Well, no, but I've been a little preoccupied.
Have you heard that she's moved back into the DeMira house? She's going back with Tony.
I think I heard something about that.
No way will I believe that she did that willingly. That's what Marie and I were talking about just when you walked in. I was asking Marie if she'd do me a favor. Will you? Or...
Well, what is it exactly that you'd like me to do, Neil?
Well, I think Liz is going to need a friend, and I want you to be it.
Neil, I don't think Liz wants my friendship.
Oh, come on, Marie. Who wouldn't want your friendship? Tell her, Marlena, will you?
Well, Marie is a wonderful friend, but if she doesn't feel that Liz would welcome that friendship...
No. Look. Neil, this is just not going to work out. I mean, Liz and I really haven't been getting along very well lately.
Marie, please. I've got to keep a low profile.